I am Coach Mel.
And I am Tea Nicole.
We understand how sometimes life can seem unfair to the point you just want to give up and walk away.
We also understand depression, trauma, mental illness, abuse, and the light thereof.
We've walked those paths. We have felt the pain. But what we didn't let it do is stop us.
That's right. We didn't give up on ourselves. We made a conscious decision to fight back, to find the light inside of us that was screaming to be let out.
We decided to put ourselves, our voice, and our journey in life first for a change.
That's right. We put on our own oxygen mask first because we knew that we needed to be selfish for a change and make ourselves number one.
We had to shut out the voice of others that was chiming in our head to begin our own healing process.
We want to help every person out there that feels as if they don't have a voice or nowhere to vent and to be heard.
We want you to know that you matter, and so do your feelings. You deserve to heal.
So let us help you help yourself.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just depends on where you are in the world because we have people from all over that tune in, they join us. And so I just wanted to say welcome and thank you for being a part of the Tea Nicole Show today. Because guess what? You could have been anywhere, but you decided to join little old me. And I'm so excited that you decided to join us. So if you are watching us, please let us know where you are tuning in. Say hello because I want to make sure that we speak to you on today because, again, this is a platform where everybody is welcome. And we believe on the Tea Nicole Show that everybody has a story worth telling. And you have the power to use your creativity to tell your story. So whether you like to dance, you like to sing, you like to act, you are a survivor, you're surviving and you're just trying to get the words out of your mouth because we realize that your words have power. You are more powerful than you know, and it's in you telling your testimony and you finding your strength and you just opening up is where you gain so much more about yourself that you never even knew existed. So again, I am T Nicole and I'm your host with the most. And I just thank you for joining us on today. So do me a favor, like this video, click on this video and make sure you share this video and comment below so that way I can say hello to you because I want to make sure that you know that I see you. And it's amazing how so many people inbox me and say, T, thank you for your words of encouragement. T, you don't even know how you blessed me with what you said. And it's not even about me just blessing you or me speaking life to you, but it's you coming to me and letting me know that the words that we say on the show and then the guests that we have on the show, that they are actually being an impact in your life. And I love to see that people are coming into who they were created to be because the amazing thing is we all have a purpose. And so it's in you finding out what your purpose is. And sometimes we look at our life experiences like, oh my God, I'm going through this. I've experienced this and I'm all alone. Nobody else has experienced this. But you fail to realize that a lot of us have experienced a lot of things, but some of us are not able to share our story, not passing judgment on you. You just have to be ready to tell your story whenever you are. And so I wanted to come on here today. I had a special guest planned for today, but I wanted to get a message out because I'm looking at everything that's taking place in the world. And I wanted to use my words as my power today because I realize words are powerful. They bring life. They can also bring death. They can also bring about change. They can also bring about not so good change. And so I want to be transparent today. I really do, because I posted something the other day, and I was talking about take a minute out your day to celebrate your life. I'm going to say that again. I said, celebrate. I wanted you to take a minute out your day to celebrate your life. Life is so precious. Life is so amazing. Life is priceless. And we are all here trying to have an experience. So, whatever you do each and every day, it's your experiences. You gain wisdom, you gain understanding, you gain friendships, you gain, I don't know why my words don't want to come out right, but you gain a new level of understanding about who you really are. So this message is for the ones that have been trying to find out what their purpose is, what their identity is, what they were created for. You can never imagine how many people that inbox me or how many clients that I work with from a day to day. Like, I don't know who I am. I don't know my purpose. I don't know why I'm going through what I'm going through. It's in those moments is when you find your strength. In those moments, you find out who you are. In those moments, that's when you really tap into the greatness that's inside of you. So you have to be willing to get out of your way, get out of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to open up and tell your story the way you see fit. I was looking and I haven't seen the video, but I've been hearing about the young man that recently lost his life to the cops. I've been looking and I've been seeing so many individuals that have been losing their lives at the hands of violence, or some people that have been losing their life because of health issues. Some people that have been losing their life due to accidents. So you got to follow me. This message is not just a typical message on today, because some of the people that have left us can no longer tell their story. So when I say it's important for us to tell our story in the capacity that we see fit, because some people may not want to talk. Some people may want to just dance. Some people may want to just sing. Some people may just want to do art to express who they are. So it's so important because, like, again, I've seen so many people that are no longer here with us because of various reasons. So they can't tell their story. And so people are telling their story the best way they can, the way they've seen them, the way they were around them, the relationship they had with them. So I'm giving you this space and this opportunity to show up each and every day. I want you to know that you have the power to tell your story in the capacity that you see fit, because we have many people, men and women, young people that are behind prison walls or in the juvenile system. They might even be in the hospital, but they're not able to tell their story. But here it is. You have the opportunity to tell your story now in the capacity that you see fit. And so I don't want you to ever think that you are not, like, your story don't matter, because guess what, your story actually does matter, and it's needed now more than ever, because I've learned something, and I'm learning something, that people are ready for a change. They so used to seeing all of this negative all over the world, but it's so many people that are out here doing positive things too. So you have to look at it like, right now we are going through something, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's not so good, whatever the case may be. You have to learn how to show up as yourself. Get ready to tell your story, because the world is waiting on you, because you have something worth telling. And again, some people use it they tell their story by doing hair. Some people tell their story by making jewelry. Some people tell their story by creating all these different business ideas, because of the simple fact that's the vision that God gave to you. Because we are all powerful beings. We all can make a change. But again, the reason why I am here today is because I want you to raise your voice. I want you to speak in your truth. I want you to stand for what's right. I want you to say, you know what, today I don't have to walk with my head down. It's 11:11, Ashe. Hello, my angels are right here with me. They telling me I'm on the right road because I believe in you. I believe that our life, it has so much meaning, but we have to get back in this space and in this place where we're believing in who we are. We're trusting in our power and we're using our words because they are our weapon. And what I mean by them being our weapon is our weapon because what? We can bring forth change. We can speak life. We can also destroy things. Like if something has been plaguing your mind, your heart, your body, you can speak to it. You can cancel it out. Listen to me. I'm a firm believer and I'm trusting and I'm believing in my strength and in my power because guess what? As I'm speaking life to you, as I'm speaking, I never in a million years thought I would be here today going live, finding the confidence that I needed to tell my story. But now I'm helping others tell their story because, again, I'm looking at how many people have left this world due to an untimely death. So we see, so we think it's untimely. Now, some people may fight me on what I'm saying, but I believe in so much. I believe that we are all connected. I believe that we all have a purpose. We all have a predestined time. I believe that we are here for a reason and we have to be willing to tap into the frequency. We have to be willing to show up. We have to be willing to do what we were called to do, even if we are not in a place that we're not able to. Meaning, my bills is due, meaning I'm about to lose my home, meaning I don't have a vehicle, meaning whatever the case may be, whatever your situation, I got all these kids and I can't take care of all my kids. I'm losing some things. But you got to be willing to just pour out. You got to be willing to show up authentically. You got to be willing to be who you are. Look, right now, I might not have anybody watching me, but I'm going to still get the message out because somebody that needs this message is going to come get what they need and throw away the rest. Because I don't expect for you to take all of these words because sometimes people are not ready to tell their story. They afraid to tell their story or some whatever the case may be. They just might not be comfortable. But again, you don't have to tell your story with just your words. You can use your gifts. The gifts are simply being like somebody that shows love, gives hugs. Speak life to somebody. Say a prayer for somebody. Say a prayer for yourself, but you believe in yourself. You start taking care of yourself. You start showing up for yourself. You start showing up for others. And you just be here. You are present because you realize something and you know something that you have to use your voice. And again, it might be just as simple as you going outside if the weather is nice and you just standing outside and you speaking love and life to people that are around you that need it. When I tell you we are in so much turmoil in the world, so many people are losing their life, the food shortage and everything else that's going in between. We seeing violence on every hand. When I tell you, I want y'all to just get to a place where you trust in who you are, where you're able to tell your truth, because I'm telling you, what I'm saying all of this for is when people learn their power, when people speak up, when people show up, when you believe in yourself and you tell your story, your children will hear your story, your neighbors will hear your story. I'm not saying you have to go around and saying, oh, I'm a pity party. I'm throwing a pity party and I want you to come into my pity party. No, you tell the truth because I know we can break cycles. And why is this so important? Because we have so many people. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they was like, I was adopted, and I don't really know my birth mother, but I heard that she was a prostitute, and I heard she did this, and I heard she did that. So the thing is, he's hearing his story about her story from a third party. And she couldn't tell her own story to her own child. Whatever the situation is, I'm not judging the mother. I'm not judging her by any means, but the thing is, he was able to hear parts of her story. And so now that child had to grow up and be raised by somebody else. Even though I know we're living in times where some people can't have children. And back in the day, some people couldn't have children. But the ones that are able to have children, if you're able to tell your story, don't be afraid to tell your story, because sometimes people and your children need you. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I am someone that was a victim at the age of 4. I'm somebody that had to go through life's trials and tribulations to find out who I was. And even today, I struggle with some things, and I'm not always proud of it, but I'm learning to live through it. I'm learning to show up. I'm learning to be my authentic self and tell my truth, because guess what? If I tell my truth, don't nobody else have to tell it for me. They can tell the assumption of me, they can tell whatever they want to tell, but let me tell you about me. That's why I raised my voice. I use my voice. So me and my sister Melvina, as you seen, we have started a campaign. It's called Use Your Voice. You have to use your voice, tell your story, show up each and every day, because the world is waiting on you to say yes to you. And I'm telling you, the more you raise your voice, change happens. The more you tell your story, change happens. It don't only happen for you, but you setting that person next to you free, because some of our elders can't tell their story because they don't know how to. Some of them can tell their story, but they're living their lives through you. Did listen to what I'm saying? Like, it's so many times when I was young, when I was younger, we never talked about a lot. We never talked about real life issues, because I don't know if we knew how to. Because growing up, things that I experienced were not normal, but I thought they were normal. I thought it was okay. But now, as I look at my niece and my nephew and the kids of today, young people of today, people that are younger than me. So I'm 40. I'm in my 40s. I keep saying I'm 40, but I'm 42, and I'm proud to be 42, because I made it this far with all the trials, all the hell, all the tribulations, all the good times, all the indifferent times, all the times of sacrifices. I made it, and I'm here before you today, and I'm excited because I ain't where I used to be. I'm not who I used to be. I'm not experiencing the things like I used to, because in everything I give thanks. In everything I'm trusting in my process. Right now I'm in a situation, but I'm saying I'm going to press anyway, because somebody somewhere needs what I have. So I got to give them what I got. And this is what I got. I got the truth. I got my authenticness. I got my love. I got the promise. I have the plans. And so now I'm like, okay, T, you show up. You be who God created you to be. Some people may not like it. Some people may not understand, but it's okay. You don't have to like it. You don't have to understand. But I want the ones that are those diamonds in the rough, the ones that have been overlooked, the ones that are going through something and just saying, how can I come out? Because guess what, baby? You don't have to always go through, baby. You don't even have to struggle all the time. You hear that, baby? I like that. I like that. I like that word. See, me, I used to try to use big words. I used to try to be liked by everybody, but everybody not gonna like that. That wasn't who I was. This is who I am. I am me. I am bold. I am brave. I'm courageous. And I love the new me. She had to have a makeover. See, if you ever look at me, listen, I'm happy to be nappy. I'm happy to be natural, because I realized something with going through the pain that I had to endure, going through the sleepless nights, going through like trying to wear my hair all pretty, not having to wear a scarf, and trying to stay pretty for the next day after my hair done, like, what is it? It not dried out, but it got messed up because I had to sweat. I remember those days I used to have to go like this to pat my hair, because I wanted to be pretty, because I wanted to look like something that I was not even created to be. I didn't want to have nappy hair. But listen, this is the longest my hair been in so long. It's actually past my shoulders, and I'm excited. I did that. I did that. That's just the naturalness. And so when I say, why is this so important? Today is just different. Today is a different day, because I realized something. Some of my brothers and sisters are not able to tell their story no more, because they're no longer here. So I hope and pray that you take heed if these were your relatives. I hope and pray that you take heed and you tell their story to the capacity that you can. Justice will be theirs. Listen to me. Somebody somewhere is going to watch this video and they're going to be like, dang, T was on to something. Because I know when I was a little girl and I couldn't tell my story, or I didn't tell my story. I remember when I was in my younger years, when I was in my 20s, and I did not tell my story, but I wanted to take my life because I didn't believe that I deserved to be here anymore. I didn't believe that I was worthy. I didn't believe that I was loved. I didn't believe I was loved. I didn't believe that my life mattered. I didn't believe I made sense. So I'm talking to the ones that are overlooked. I'm talking to the ones that are over sentenced. I'm talking to the ones that had a mistrial. I'm talking to the ones that haven't been able to tell their story, but they trying to get out here to tell their story. I'm talking to the ones that value life, that value their life, but right now they might be behind prison walls. They may be in a hospital. They may be on their deathbed, their bed of affliction, and their life is replaying before them. But then we have some people that are like in perfect health and not able to tell their story. We have people that are silently going through depression. Mental health is real. Suffering from bipolarism, suffering from depression, schizophrenia, all of these other things, drug addiction, sexual addiction, all of these things, not to alcoholism, all of these different things, these are real things that happen to real people. So you are a real person. You are a person having a human experience. So you should want more out of life. So I want you guys to know I have included my link. If you would like to come on the show, if you would like to be a part of the campaign, please connect with us today at Driven by Purpose. Not only connect with us, go click the link, because I would love for you to come tell your story. I would love for you to show up authentically. I would love for you to be yourself. I would love for you to use your hands. I would love for you to sing. I would love for you to be free. Because one another thing before we go, listen, the more I tell my story, the more freeing it is. The more I come into a realization that I was free all along. When I speak, I become more healed because I realize something. These things didn't happen to me, they happened for me. I'm going to say that again. They didn't happen. Wait, I hope I'm saying that right. Let me make sure. They happened for my good. Therese, you being molested. Therese, you falling into depression. Therese, you going through the sleepless nights. Therese, you going through bankruptcy. Therese, you being in debt. Therese, you feeling like you can't make it. Therese, all of these things happen for your good. Yes, because I had to realize something. I'm more powerful than I know I am. I had to overcome some debt. I had to overcome some fear. I had to overcome worrying because those things were never supposed to be with me in the first place. I had to overcome losing my father. He was borrowed to me. He's still with me spiritually. I had to lose my grandparents. I had to lose my uncles and aunties. I had to lose my cousins. I had to lose some things in order to gain some more spiritual insight, some insight to God. I had to have those sleepless nights so I can have those intimate moments with God, to get to understand who He was, to get to understand who I am, to show up in new spaces and new places and be connected to people all over the world. But I thank God for that. So, again, I'm Coach Tea Nicole. I am your host with the most. And I want to say welcome to the Tea Nicole Show. Thank you for joining me today. You may see this video later. Whenever you see this video, just make sure you say hello and I will speak back. And I believe in you. I believe in your strength. I believe in your power. And I believe that your life has meaning and purpose. And only you should be able to tell your story. So you know that your story is worth telling. Just continue to show up as yourself, believe in yourself, and I see you. Have an amazing day, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.